Okay, today's video, we're going to talk about why everyone, including yourself, should be running eBay ads if you sell a product online. The reason why people don't run eBay ads is because they think, well, I don't want to run an eBay store. And who the hell shops on eBay? eBay is basically just a competitor of Amazon, and I'm going to tell you for a fact that if you were able to make money on Amazon ads, which if you haven't tried that yet, you should, even if you're trying to sell on your website. But if you make money on Amazon, you'll make money on eBay. And eBay is not that much smaller. eBay is not that much smaller than Amazon in terms of market size and the amount of actual customers that they have shopping on that platform. So we're talking about 10-20% of the size of Amazon, but there's still really good buyers there that you want to tap into that are using eBay like a search engine to go search for things in your space, and they just prefer eBay's website for whatever reason. I think it's easier to use personally, but it's just another place where some of the customers in your market are going to buy. And Amazon and eBay are great because these are people ready to buy. It's not like people going to Google and searching, and some people are going to buy, some people won't. These people are really hot and bothered to want to buy a product in your space if they're ending up on those sites. They got the credit card in hand. So basically, you run eBay ads so that and have an eBay store to develop and tap into those customers that are there, just like you would do on Amazon. And then on both of those, that drives traffic at your website. If your goal is to sell on your website, you do marketing on these other platforms to get sales on your website. But anyway, as it comes to eBay, there's these new promoted listing ads or promoted listings, advanced promoted listings, which will allow you to run keyword-based advertising like Amazon's had for some time now, and like what Google and Microsoft/Bing ads have had for a long time. So you basically can find the person who's looking for that exact item that you sell or items that you sell and get that person to your listing so they become aware of your product and drive that traffic to your site. And also some people will just buy through eBay, obviously. But there's a lot of really good profitable buyers there. Respectively, if you have a website and you're selling on Amazon already even, adding eBay to your overall system, if you do the advertising on eBay that I'm mentioning here, you should be able to get another 10% more sales in your business by adding eBay as a part of your overall marketing mix. So with that, you definitely want to set it up. And yes, it's another thing you have to manage, but for an extra 10% more revenue, I mean, that's substantial enough that it's worth some time to ask somebody to maintain your listings there. And for the most part, you can relist your stuff using their software, their auto posting relisting software that eBay has. You got to answer a few extra questions there, which you'd have to answer those questions anyway, but then you get that extra 10%. Now, the main thing, like I said, the reason why you want to advertise on eBay is because there's definitely a bunch of people that will make it over to your site to want to buy because they go and investigate the products they're looking at on eBay on your website to get more information about them. They also go to your site a lot of times to ask technical questions, particularly if you're selling something that's more expensive. So it's a great way to drive really, really high quality qualified traffic at your site to generate sales for your website, picking them off and pilfering them from eBay, if you will. And of course, if you're running an eBay business, you don't have a website, you'll make a lot more money if you have a website, because people that see you have a full website for that business are willing to buy your product on eBay at a higher rate than if you didn't have a website. If you didn't know that, that's been true. They're also willing to spend more money on your website than they are willing to spend on eBay. So you can actually have your product selling for 10, 20, 30% more on your website and actually get those sales, because some people or just willing to spend more money on your website than they are on eBay. And that's just the way that it is. So anyway, eBay is really a sales tool, and a website's a sales tool if you're trying to just set up an eBay store. Both of them they both work together, and both of them will get you more overall sales than one of them individually by itself. Just like adding Amazon to your business model and to sell products overall that you have. You can literally break even with your eBay store and get a ton of value just from the traffic that your eBay listings will drive to your store from the people, like I said, that are going to be looking and investigating more about that product on your website, and to ask specific questions. Because obviously on eBay you can just type written questions, but if they go to your website, they know they can call, or through live chat they can get an answer right away. So if you were to literally get zero return on eBay in terms of the ads that you can run there and the cost to administer it, the traffic you drive at your website is going to be where the money, where you make, you're making your money there, so to say. You have to think about it like that. Now, ultimately, you drive traffic at your store on your eBay store that converts by targeting keywords that work on Google already. So as it comes to these promoted listing ads, advanced promoted listing ads, what you're going to do is, I'm assuming you're running Google ads for your company already, and if you're not, you should. At least the shopping/PMAX campaigns to run the shopping placements, i.e. the picture ads and the price, next to it that show up on Google in your market when people search for products in your market, because those will almost always work. You can also obviously run search ads on Google for your products. But through running the campaigns, you find out which actual search phrases convert at a good rate. And then you take those search terms after running a campaign, or if you're not running a campaign on Google now, you run one to collect data, and then you target those same exact keywords on your eBay store, because those are the exact terms that are going to pay off by marketing through and with your promoted listings there on eBay. And to the advanced promoted listings, you can actually do keyword-based targeting, and you're paying per click, but because you know the terms that already work, those ads will always pay off, and it'll pay a dividend to you even after the expenses of running that eBay store and so forth. So because otherwise, if you're trying to figure out what keywords are going to work for those promoted listing ads yourself without the Google ads, it's going to take you a long time, and you're probably eventually never going to figure it out like you would on Google. Find the keyword data on Google, use those for your promoted listing ads on eBay, and then also use those same keywords to run, by the way, your Amazon ads as well, because the same keywords will work there. And then you'll get the trifecta of eBay, Amazon, and your website, of course, which have Google ads. And I would also, if Google works for you, do Bing/Microsoft ads, because those normally work a little better than Google even. And then you got traffic you're driving in all the main areas that people are searching for products in your market, eBay, Amazon, and then on Google and Bing, all ramming traffic that's qualified to your site, and you're going to be able to bank hard in your market doing that. So, as a side, the standard ads, if you're just trying to run the promoted listings, the standard version, not the advanced version, the standard ads do not let you target keywords. You enter how much of what you're willing to pay of the product cost to get a sale, 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever. And then eBay will try to run the ads on their platform to get you sales. And the higher you obviously are willing to pay percentage-wise, the more likely your ad is to show up for the search results in your market where people would normally search for the types of products that you sell, and on the listings of some of your competitors. And so basically, if a competitor is willing to pay less than you would show up, and vice versa if you weren't. But the main thing is eBay's system is not going to understand the keywords that you should best target with the standard promoted listings. And so with that, it's going to test to see if its listing that it's running for you using the standard version of those promoted listing ads we'll get a high click-through rate and a high conversion rate of the people clicking through the listing. And if it doesn't measure up to other promoted listings that they're already running, you're not going to get shown very much, because they want to give their users a better experience on the site. Whereas if you instead of using the standard promoted listings, you use the advanced listing and you take keywords from Google that work there, because you got conversion tracking hooked up to your ads on Google and you know the exact phrases that convert, you run those, eBay right away realizes, holy shit, this product or products that this store is promoting is getting a super high click-through rate, and it's also converting when it gets to the product page, the listing page. Let's promote the shit out of this. And you'll end up with literally 10 times as many sales with the advanced promoted listings with the keywords that work coming and that you are using on Google, versus doing the standard product promoted listings and saying that you're willing to spend 5% of the product cost in terms of the marketing to run the promoted listing, the standard promoted listings itself. So, and you could obviously say that I'm willing to pay 20-30% of the cost of the product for the standard promoted listings to get the sale. But even then, the algorithm's still not going to understand very well who it should show up for. It's nowhere. It's just not. And if the system has a lot of ads to pick from, when you give it the exact information of what to show up for and what not to, because you have those keywords from Google, that's where the magic happens. So skip the standard promoted listings, go right for the advanced, and use the keywords that work from Google. Apart from that, in terms of eBay ads, okay, I also recommend targeting display placements on the Google Display Network. So on Google, there's Google search ads, and then there's display network ads, which display network ads are ads that you can run on other sites other than Google, millions of different websites. Basically, any site you see a banner ad listed there, you can get on it with Google Display Network through your same Google Ads account that you run ads on it through google.com. And so what you could put in there as a placement or website you want to target, eBay.com, which gets your ads on eBay.com. And then furthermore, you can layer the targeting of the placement eBay.com, saying to Google basically, I want to show up on eBay.com. And then you can also target as a secondary targeting option keywords that are related to your product, so that you only show up on eBay if the pages that the ad spots are on, that you can get on via ebay.com, or on where you can get on ebay.com at, if it's related to the products or services that you sell exactly. So basically what you'll see in the search results, there'll be ads that you can get, your ad blocks there where you can run ads through having your ad set up through Google Display Network, targeting eBay as a website. And then by targeting the keywords that are related to your product, those keywords, if they search for it, that keyword, and then you get a search result, the ads at the bottom of the page, you can show up there if you do what I'm telling you here, running a Google Display Network ad that targets eBay and targets the keywords that represent your products in your market. And so basically, you could take the same keywords that you use to power the promoted listing or promoted listings on eBay to target your banner ads that will then show up on eBay through Google Display Network. So you get double coverage basically. You'll have your promoted listing ads that show up on eBay and all the search results and all the product listings that are related to your product that you want to show up on. Plus any ad blocks on there that are set up to, through Google AdSense, which is basically the part, part of the program that Google has to allow you to have banner ads running on eBay. You'll also show up a second time on the search results on the product listing pages where those AdSense ad blocks are, if you run a campaign on Google Ads for Google Display Network. You'll show up on where those ad spots are that way as well, which you already know if you show up on those pages already because of the work and ad spend you've already spent through Google search. The extra ads you can show up for on the search results on the product listing pages are profitable, you want as many ads as you can get on those search results and product listing pages on eBay itself as you can. So don't, in other words, just double dipping. Instead of just the promoted listings being there, you're actually showing up in the places that you can also show up on eBay that are available through Google Display Network and Google Ads itself. So you come up with a banner ad, and then that banner ad will drive traffic. You technically could drive traffic at your own product listing if you wanted to, but I would recommend just driving the traffic at your site at that point, because at least when you get the customer, it's your customer, it's not eBay's customer. And then you can then sell to that customer again and again and again because you own that customer. So, but you come up with a banner ad that explains, why somebody would want that. Obviously, that product is better than other products that are going to show up in your same category that are available commonly through eBay that they're going to see otherwise while they're on eBay. So that's the second way you advertise, through running banner ads on eBay, and that you can do that through Google Display Network, set up through your Google Ads advertising account. So get an extra 10% more sales in your e-commerce company by running an eBay store, run ads, advanced product listings, and then also run banner ads on eBay on the search results and product listing pages on eBay that are relevant to your niche, and you'll get the 10% bump in gross revenue by having eBay as a part of your overall online marketing strategy. And using information that you already have that tells you what you should show up for on eBay coming from your Google campaigns that you're probably already running. So anyway, that's pretty much what I would do if I sold a product online to get the maximum coverage from and tapping into the buyers that are on eBay in your space that you aren't tapping into right now, using 2 different types of ads specifically. If you like the video, I'd appreciate it if you give it a like and consider subscribing, as I have a lot of other content on this channel about making money with online ads. YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, all kinds of online advertising. And I'm qualified to give you this information more than other YouTubers out there, because I actually manage several dozen ad accounts for clients on an ongoing basis. I run an ad agency here. I work directly with my clients doing the strategy. And with that, I understand the stuff that works versus doesn't work on an ongoing basis, because I'm actively doing it for a ton of clients at any given time. And I give you the working strategies versus YouTubers. They don't run an ad firm like I do, or they manage a couple of clients and they don't have the size of experience I do. So this is why the content on this channel in specific is better than the other content you're going to find on YouTube. We also have to guarantee results for our clients at our firm, and this is something that no other firm that actively is doing. So, and I'm giving you the stuff that we use to guarantee those results for clients specifically. So you should subscribe. And if you like the channel, you can also find my blog at guaranteeppc.com/blog, where I've got writing for myself that also goes into other working strategies that you'd like to, you should, ultimately look into doing. If you like the channel, you'll love the blog as well. If you have any questions about anything I covered today, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment on this channel, usually within a couple days' time. Ask me any question related to online ads. I'd be happy to try to help you out and put you on the right track even. As a last couple of notes here, so if you're looking for an excellent ad manager because you don't have time to do what you're doing, or you're kind of stuck where you're at, reach out to my firm. I'd be happy to look at your stuff and estimate how much sales results I can get for your company, as this is what I do here, and I guarantee the client's results that we have, that we work for up front, in that if we were going to work together, I would be able to estimate how much sales results I can get you up front, and then we wouldn't charge you a fee until we get you to a minimum benchmarked point that we would pre-agree on up front. Or we can work out a deal where we'll take a percentage of the sales growth that we can get for your company. You have to have the right product or service to market. We don't work with anybody or just anybody, but if you have something good that all it needs is the right marketing, we're interested in working with you. So reach out to me at guaranteeppc.com. I'll look at your stuff and find out if we can ultimately work together. I also have some turnkey ad accounts and landing page combinations here that we're selling to clients. And that if you're looking to make some money, you don't care what business per se you're in, you just want to make some money. Instead of trying to go through all the work of building an ad account for whatever you're doing right now, you could do what a lot of other people that have come to our agency that we told are doing, which is they're taking an ad account that we know works in a certain industry with the landing pages, copy and paste those results into their account, and then outsourcing all the work and taking a cut of the action on the leads that they're generating from their campaigns. In the plumbing space, foundation repair. And how do we have this? Well, we'll have a client that we've managed their ad account for years already. We already get fantastic results. And when you take their results that they used, of course, not exactly their results, but a templated version of their results, and you copy it into an account you own, you can get similar results without having to go through the years it took to optimize the perfect campaign that they had in their market to develop multi-million-dollar a year sales in their market. And so if you're looking just for guaranteed, predictable results that you would know what you would be able to get in that market up front, we could give you the campaigns that get those numbers and tell you what those numbers would be up front. And then you can use it to start a business or outsource the work to another partner in your area and take 10% of the revenue for yourself just by offering the marketing end of that business that needs to be by generating the customers in that market, if you will, by having something that already produces a lot of results and having that as to offer the people that you're ultimately outsourcing the leads and the work to in your market, if you will. So you could do a number of things with that. You could run a business, outsource everything, or just sell the leads. There's a lot of different opportunities there. But we got dozens of campaigns and dozens of different markets where we got predictable results. We already know what we can get with that market with the campaigns and landing pages we've developed for it up front. Reach out to me if you're interested in that kind of thing. We sell that at a flat rate or cost, and you can get the whole thing that works for that market and know the results up front for one-time fee. I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video though, and I hope to see you in my next video where we have another great strategy for you then. See you later.